making our Christmas memory.
Everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 4. My name is Leanne and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am going to challenge myself. I am going to go to Walmart and I am going to pick up items to make a Christmas meal from appetizer to dessert for 6 people for under $25. I've seen these challenges all over YouTube and I thought it would be fun to do one for Christmas. So I'm going to make an appetizer, a main dish, a few sides, and a dessert, all for under $25. And I picked Walmart to go to and shop because everybody has a Walmart around them. Personally, I probably would have chose Aldi. Some things may be cheaper, some things may be more expensive. I don't know, it might have just evened out to about the same. But I'm gonna go to Walmart and see what I can get. I have an idea in my head on what I want to make. But let's go to Walmart and see what we can get for a Christmas meal for 6 people under $25. My haul for the dinner, and as you can see, I spent $23.69. Like I said, there is still some wiggle room in here if you needed to up the ante on any of this for your family. I am making this for a family of 4, so you can go off of that for 4 servings. So for the cheese ball, you're going to need some cheddar cheese, cream cheese. I'm going to use the greens of these onions and some crackers to go with that. And then for the green beans, you're going to need the green beans, some chicken broth. You could probably stretch it with 1, but they were only 50 cents a piece, so I decided to get the second can. It'll give it more flavor. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to add, the bacon is also going to go into the cheese ball, and I'm going to use the bacon for the green beans too. So 2 for 1, that's perfect. Then I am going to be making brown butter carrots also. And I'm assuming you have your butter and your spices. So I didn't add that in, but you can always get like that, is it Parkay? That margarine, it's under $1. Sometimes it's even like 80 cents or 50 cents or something like that, crazy. So like I said, there's still some wiggle room in if you needed butter. I got an onion. Again, I have onions, but I just added it in for the purpose of this video. And this is one thing that you can up the ante. You can get the family size of the instant potatoes. Now this is only a 4 serving. The family is an 8 serving. So if you need to do that, you can do that. And it's only less than $1 more. And these are ones that you just add water. So you don't need anything extra to make these. And I'm going to be making Duchess potatoes, so they look a little bit fancier. I bought these Sweet Hawaiian rolls as rolls for a side. And also this is perfect for leftovers. I'm definitely going to have some ham steaks left over. So it's perfect for leftover sandwiches and whatever else. Perfect. And then here is the ham. They actually look like ham, but they're called pork chops. I've never had this before, but I am sure ham, pork, all the same thing. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would have about 1 left over, depending on the size of your children, maybe 2 left over. So I picked up those and they were pretty cheap, $6.30. And then for dessert, I'm just going to be making some sugar cookies. And then I bought this vanilla icing. You can always, if you have food coloring, add food coloring to make it festive. I'm just going to keep it vanilla this time, yet white, because it has the sprinkles. So that is the haul. So the first thing I'm going to be making is the classic, everybody makes it at Christmas time, a cheese ball. I actually made one last year and I will link the video down below, but this year I am going to be making them a little bit different. What you're going to need is some cream cheese, and typically you would use 2 blocks of cream cheese, but again, I'm trying to be frugal and this is only for 6 people. So I'm going to go with the 8 ounces of cream cheese. You're going to need some sharp cheddar cheese, some green onions, some crackers, parsley, garlic powder, onion powder, and pepper, and bacon. I'm going to use this, like I said, this bacon for a couple different recipes. So I am going to cook this all up right now, so I have it ready for the rest of the meal. And I am going to chop up all my green onions and we'll get the cheese ball assembled.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh.
I actually decided to shred up all of the cheese. I'm going to be using half of it, a quarter to a half for the cheese ball, and I might use some of it for the potatoes that I am going to be making for a side dish for the main course. So, and whatever's left over, I'll have to use in other recipes, but decided to shred it all up this time. So I decided to chop the white parts of the green onions up a little bit more, just so they're smaller in the cheese ball. So into a large mixing bowl, you want to put your cream cheese. I've let it sit out for a while now, so it's a little bit soft. Some of your chopped up whites of your green onion. Some cheddar cheese. Your bacon, and this is, I'm just eyeballing everything. I'll have a recipe that you can follow down below. And then a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. Actually, I'm going to do a half a teaspoon because I like that. And I'll probably do a half a teaspoon of onion powder. You want a lot of flavor. And a pinch of black pepper, or two. And I am saving the greens and the parsley for the outside of the cheese ball. You'll see what I'm going to do. Next, you're going to take your cheese ball and you're going to refrigerate it for about an hour so it firms up. So for the glaze on these smoked, I don't know what chops are, but they're like ham. So I'm making these and I'm going to make a glaze for it. So I'm assuming you have brown sugar and soy sauce. I always have that on hand. So that's why I didn't include it in my grocery haul. So you're going to need some brown sugar, 1 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 2/3 cup soy sauce. And then instead of putting fresh garlic, since I didn't want to add to the price, I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder to give that flavor. So you're just going to let this come to a simmer and reduce a little bit to make a glaze. Next, I'm going to be making the brown buttered carrots. So first, you need your carrots. I got these baby ones. They were only like 99 cents at Walmart, so that was perfect. And I rinsed them, washed them. Next, I'm going to put some olive oil on the top. And then I am just going to add, of course, all our favorite seasonings, some garlic powder and some salt and pepper. And then I'm going to roast these for 425 for 20 minutes. And then after I roast them, I am going to be making the brown butter sauce. It's basically just brown butter. This is the butter I was talking about in the haul that's really cheap, this Imperial margarine. I do always have this because my daughter loves to cook with this. I personally don't, but I just wanted to show you a more affordable option. So almost everybody has butter on hand, correct? So This is the butter I'm going to be using. So I'm going to salt these. I'm going to pepper these. I'm going to toss these, and I'm going to put them on the tray. So to brown butter, I'm just going to turn my stove onto medium-high heat. I have 4 tablespoons of butter here. And then you just start to let it melt down. And once it starts to turn brown a little bit, I will lift it off of the stovetop and just swirl it around till it gets that golden color. And it is done. It is delicious. Brown butter is amazing. Makes any vegetable taste much better. Okay, you see how it's starting to turn? I'm going to lift it up off the stove and let the residual heat of the pan cook it the rest of the way. And there is your brown butter. Oh, it is so good. My grandfather used to make brown butter and put it on pierogies. The best. Okay, so the cheese ball has been in the fridge for about an hour. And then what I'm going to do is take the greens, and I mix some parsley in with the greens. And I'm going to put it on a plate just like this. I'm going to spray my hand with some olive oil spray just so the cheese and everything doesn't stick to your hands. And then I'm going to take the cheese ball and I am going to form it into a ball. Just like this, and I'm going to roll it in the green onions. You better like onion if you like this cheese ball. We do, so it's perfect for us. Then you form it into a ball. If you're going to serve it, you can serve it now. Or you can put it back in the refrigerator. Hold on, my hands are filthy. Not filthy, delicious, right? It has cheese all over it. And you can serve it right away, which I'm just going to place it like I'm serving it. And then I'm going to place crackers all around. So this ham is fully cooked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's only 5. I thought there was 6. Well, if you have children, you could cut it in half and make it 6. So I apologize for saying that this feeds 6, but I guess it feeds 5. And these are fully cooked. So all I'm going to do is take these ham steaks and I am going to let them warm up in this. This glaze has reduced by half, so it's perfect right now. And I'm just going to warm these ham steaks through. So this is what you're going to need for the green beans. You're going to need a bag. I have a 12-ounce bag of fine green beans. I think they look fancier. So I got those. 2 tablespoons of butter. 1 medium onion chopped up half. I probably will use about half of that, honestly. 4 slices of bacon. And it calls for 2.5 to 3.5 cups of chicken broth. I think I'm only going to use the 1, so I will minus the other 50 cents off the total that I spent. And some garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of that. So I'm just going to cook these green beans on the stove for 5 to 6 minutes. And just you need to put them in a saucepan with 1 cup of water until they're cooked. So I forgot, I need to cook up the onions first. If you do not have olive oil, you can always use olive oil spray or some butter. But I am just going to saute up these onions till they get soft and translucent. Okay, so I decided to drain the chicken broth. It gave it flavor. I didn't use the other can, so we saved a little bit of money that way. So you know, but I did melt the butter. So I am going to spread the 2 tablespoons of butter on top of the green beans. And then I am going to top this with the bacon. So to make the Duchess potatoes, I'm just going to be using this Great Value roasted garlic potato pouch. All you do is add water to it. So I'm just going to cook it per the instructions on the back. I'm not going to bore you with that. But also I am going to take some of this cheese and actually I'm going to chop it up finer. So to make the Duchess potatoes, you cook your potatoes. You can add cheese or whatever you want into it. So I'm going to add some of this cheese into it. And then you're going to let the mixture cool. Let the mixture cool and then put the cheese in so it doesn't melt. And then you're going to take one of these, or if you have a piping bag. So if you have a piping bag, then you use that. If you have one of these, you just cut off the tip of this. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so what I decided to do was not put the cheese inside of here. I'm going to just top it with cheese. And it says to drizzle some butter on top, which I'm sure will give a nice brown to it. So the final thing for dessert that I am going to be making are these sugar cookies. What you will need is some butter and egg. Again, if you wanted to add butter to the list, and then you could get 6 eggs for around $1. The butter for around $1 too. It still brings you around $25 spending. So not too bad, but if you already have eggs and butter, that's perfect. So I'm just going to bake these cookies per the package instructions. And I also got some Funfetti vanilla frosting. Again, you can add food coloring if you have it. I didn't buy any. I have some, but I'm not going to add it because I've already added butter to almost everything and I don't want to go over. And they already have these wonderful sprinkles, the red, the green, and the snowflakes. So you honestly don't even need colored icing because this will give it the perfect Christmas colors. So I am just going to bake these up per the instructions and then we will get to decorating them. So here is the whole Christmas meal. All of this was made for under $25 for 5 people, and I am sure you're going to have some leftovers. I think everything turned out super delicious. Yes, I've already tried everything, and there is more than enough food for all. Everything from an appetizer to a dessert. I'm sure you could even get more creative with this. Comment down below what you would have done differently. Any substitutions? Any additions? I'd love to hear your suggestions. And thank you everybody for watching. And remember, I am vlogging every day in December up until Christmas morning. So if you're not subscribed, do it now and turn on your notifications for day 5 of Vlogmas. Thank you everyone, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.
Oh, 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 da 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 da, making our Christmas memory.